What we have here is a 2003 Mercury Grand Marquis. So we've been collecting pieces and parts, and I have seen plenty of them on my Facebook feed and seen guys doing them, and I'm going to give it a try. I have a 66 Ford Ranch Wagon body. Sold the engine out of it, had some frame issues, but the body's pretty intact except floor pans, they're gone. So we're thinking about taking that Ranch Wagon, right Josh? Mm-hmm. And we're gonna put it on this frame. Well, except for the mass airflow unhooked, and this is the airbag sensor. Well, that wouldn't stop it from running, but kicking airbag light. This thing, we could still drive it. We took some tie wraps up.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Drive. We got the front end off. It's really great. The radiator, if you guys see, the radiator, AC condenser, the whole assembly up here is supported by the frame, no body panel. The body panel's over there that holds the front clip together. So that's actually very, very cool.
Less work to do.
Yeah, we can just set that front clip of that Ranch Wagon right over top.
Yeah, we got the doors off too.
We're not going to be pulling the entire body. We are going to be cutting it because I don't want to lose my air conditioning. I don't want to lose my air conditioning, my heat. I don't want to rework all that. I actually want to keep that steering wheel too.
Sweet.
So we're going to, after we get the remainder of the doors, we see we got the two doors off. We get the back doors off, the trunk off, the rear fiberglass bumper cover, and its assorted details. Then we're going to start pulling the dashboard and loosening the dashboard, pulling it away from the body so we can get in there. We might just pull the windshield and cut it right here until we get the other car.
Could work.
Yeah, what do you think? I mean, seriously, if we took the windshield out and cut it here, there's a little bit of wiring going up there.
Man, if the trans is still good, you can cut that off and fucking do burnouts in the yard.
Well, we're going to get a trans put in it. So we're going to drive this thing like this. Except it's not going to... I don't know what to do. I've seen other guys, they leave the floor pan. In other words, they'll cut it here, they'll cut it here. And they'll leave the floor pan of at least the front seat area intact with the car. Well, that's what we might end up doing until we get the other body here and see what we're going to do. I don't want to lose my air con. So I've got to detach the air conditioning from the body without breaking the system. But if I have to break the system, I break the system and I'll just have to have it recharged. I was kind of trying to do it without. And this dashboard would be kind of cool.
It's not a bad dashboard.
I need this.
Yes. It's got the fancy wood trim.
I don't care about the wood trim. But, well, it's precision track, so we gotta have that. But I need that cluster. That cluster goes with the computer, goes with the electronic fuel injection setup on this thing. So I think what we need to do is get the doors off, and then let's attack this cow and see how this comes off, because we're not going to need the cow. Josh was supposed to shop vac it, but as usual,
I have no word of that.
He failed to succeed. Did you cut it off? He failed to succeed. What we have here is failure to succeed. All right, well, there's the progress so far. Looks good. Well, there's Duke. Hey, Duke. Duke, what you doing, buddy? You want to go for a ride? Crate up. I ain't getting in there. So I'll take a shit in there, just like I'm going to take a shit in that Porsche this weekend.
He got it all chopped up. And we loaded it into the back of the truck. Makes this little Colorado look so small. You're probably gonna get some funny looks at the junkyard, but hey. We're all prepped and ready for the Ranch Wagon to go on possibly soon. Measurements need to be taken, but he's gonna try to keep some of this somehow. Isn't that right, Greg?
Yes. Yes. This is the 1966 Ford Ranch Wagon. It was a four-door station wagon. Based off of what car, Josh?
The Galaxy?
Very good. Based off the Galaxy. It's got a Galaxy front end up to the A-pillars, from the A-pillars back, it's station wagon, ranch wagon. This was actually owned by a funeral parlor. It was a casket car, which was kind of cool. We'd go pick up the cadavers from their final place of death and take them to the mortician funeral parlor.
That explains this raised up part in the back.
Well, that's standard.
Oh, okay.
But it explains the holes drilled in the top for the funeral parlor's sign. They always have their little sign on top of the car with their name on it. On top. When we cut out, we'll be sitting at the floor. And the one we put in.
Well, we made some progress. We cut the car in half.
Roll it over to the metal. Alright, come on in the front. See where I'm grabbing it? Look at the shit out of me. Alright. Hold. To the ground. Damn. Knock some rust out of that motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Well, we cut the frame and there was shit living in here.
It was warm and cozy. A lot of fucking heating and sheeting going on too.
I don't know if fucking inside of a frame is warm and cozy, but
It'd be sitting out in the fucking wheat in the breeze. And I'm sure they packed enough of the seat foam material up in there.
oh, there's a little nest here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They packed enough of that shit up in there. They had them a little fucking habit trail.
Man, this old Ford was cosplaying as a new Chevrolet. All of this came out of the frame rails, just that. And there's more in the back.
The two frame rails dumped all that out.
Yeah, just that. We still got a little bit back here. So, we got the front prepped enough to where it can go on the car. We're getting ready to fasten this down and set this guy up there and tack weld it, and then we're going to pull it off and fill it in. But yeah, it's coming together slowly.
You fucking dick. Fucking king of the fucking dicks.
We got the ranch wagon. Oh, we got the ranch wagon somewhat into place. We're getting ready to set it on the car, line it up, and
the hook work that way? I don't know. I don't know.
tack it up.
Fucking Jeff Piccoli over here. I don't know.
I don't have that awesome Camaro though.
Yeah, right. You just jelly. You want a Camaro like that? The Spicoli mobile. Get some pictures in here. It looks pretty good. We did quite a bit of measuring and planning. Like I said, I think we're going to be okay. Still sucks we had to do it this way, but
Yeah, I would have liked to kept the dash in one piece, but you know. You know, if only Ford had kept the same design for 50 years like Chevrolet.
Like GM. To where, you know, the Camaros that aren't being made anymore were still made like the Spicoli mobiles. Spicoli.
Oh, here's a very rough idea of what it's going to look like. We got to sit down onto the car very sketchily. Like one of the straps broke on the cherry picker. But
Almost in place when it did it, so it wasn't the end of the world.
yeah, it dropped onto the frame, and it was about a half a foot drop, so it wasn't that bad.
It's high on this side, I think. High on the driver front.
But we're getting her in place. Next is mocking up some fenders and getting all the spacing between all these panels lined up good. And then Greg's gonna fill her in. Put down some welds.
This might just work. Okay. Well, we've done some preliminary cutting, welding. Whatever, rusty old nasty metal. Gotta clean that up. And planning on where we're going to have this thing final set. It is where it's at. So we're gonna unbolt it. I've just got it tacked for now. Gonna unbolt it, clean some of this jagged metal up. Cut some sheet metal to fill in the gaps and whatnot. And we got the roof off the Grand Marquis, which we can use that metal. And then ask Josh, I have enough metal from the 40s, 50s, and 60s around here, so we can fill some of these holes in and whatnot. We'll do that tomorrow. Kind of clean this up a little bit. And then we'll be ready for what, Josh?
Ready to set the back on it.
That's right.
That'll be cool. It already looks pretty badass sitting here.
Yeah, we did this. Just this is the temporary to hold it up where it belongs. We're gonna try to go back to here for a mount. Because originally the ranch wagon was only bolted 2 here, 1 here, and 1 at the back. You can see them in the body. We'll show them to you when we start prepping that body. The Grand Marquis was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on each side. Not including the radiator support.
It's quite substantial.
So compared to back then, it was 3 per side. They did not care about human beings as much in the 1960s.
Who cares about them anyways?
We're not going to go back with that many. I think we're going to go back with 4. We'll have actually 5. 1,
The 2 up front, 1 in the middle.
3, 4, 5. Well, I don't know where the back's going to fit on this thing. I'm hoping.
You gonna have anything left to bolt to besides the rust?
There's no rust.
Oh, I'm talking about on the ranch wagon.
Oh, that's not rust. Looks like rust, but it's not. I don't want to mess with my exhaust. I don't want to rework the exhaust. The gas tank goes here. It bolts to the Grand Marquis body. That's why it's not here. So I've either got to refashion it to bolt to the body, or I got to weld a bracket and bolt it to the frame. I think that's what I'm going to do. That way I don't have to worry about messing with the rusty body, except for some mounts and how much I have to shorten it to get it on here. But it's going to look super cool when these 2 pieces are butted together.
I think so.
It's going to look cool and goofy at the same time.
I think once it's set in a spot and tacked in, I think it's gonna look super cool.
The goofy part is, it's not going to be a true 2-door, and it's not going to be a 4-door.
Yeah, it's gonna be like an in between.
Yeah, it's going to be like a fucking them Ford and Chevy pickup.
Well,
trucks
can't you fill the gap in where the door is and make it look like a body panel?
It's still not going to look right. It's just not going to look right.
Or you just order one bigger piece of glass.
Order? Yes, let me go to the fucking ranch wagon store and order me some shit. No, I would just, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. It would actually be most likely to make it look halfway decent is take this glass out, cut that pillar here, and then have one big piece of Lexan, but I don't wanna do that. I'm not going that far with this. I wanna get it on there, and as long as it doesn't look too fucking goofy, I'm living with it.
This thing's got a nice stance. I'm not sure if we showed it on camera. It's just got this P71 makes it sit real nice. We had defenders and stuff mocked up on the front.
And we should be able to get this back on, painted. You can already see where these temporaries are kind of bowing the sheet metal. See where they're bowing it right there? It's just to hold it up at my height. So we're gonna have to double check that. Because I want to make some sort of mount off of my floor pan here to catch the weight. Because I would like to have a mount here. Then if I can have a mount here and then one all the way at the back, I'm happy. And that's enough body mounts. Well, the front half of the body is on permanently where it goes. No, the fenders are not right. Just got them on there to get an idea of what kind of bracket we're going to need on this radiator support or front support of this frame to hold them up. What we're going to do now is we're going to take that and put it on that. So we're going to take some measurements. We got a 1 in 3 chance of getting it right the first time. That's the odds I give us. Kind of sucks.
I think we'll get it first try.
Okay.
Yep, but the front's permanently affixed. It's not going anywhere.
No, I'm not moving it.
So if it's off, it's off. Fuck it.
We gotta make a permanent mount, body mount from here down. We gotta make that.
This guy.
From here down to here.
And get rid of this.
Yeah, that was just a temporary. She knew it was gonna be. Just to hold it up.
She's coming together though.
But the height is right.
What you gonna do about the floor pan,
Here,
Greg?
here. What am I gonna do about it? I'm like milk crates. Cardboard. I mean, I don't know.
Cardboard.
Well, once we get this piece in there, see, there's floor pan over there. Once we get that piece in here, then we just need to fill that in. Yeah. Greg,
Yeah.
why do you save all this old metal, Greg? Or I don't know, maybe for fucking floor pans.
What is your idea for the gas tank?
Once I get that body on here, then I can figure out where it goes. It goes here. And I just gotta figure out some place to hook its brackets to. And then that's on. It kind of looks like the filler neck might actually work with the ranch wagon's body. It won't. Kind of hope it would, but it won't. It's the way it is.
We're fixing to find out how much Ford has changed in 40 years.
Wow, it's fucking changed a lot. But the 2 body mounts in the front that came on the Grand Marquis, they were
really
almost
close.
perfect with the ranch wagon original firewall body mounts. It's almost amazing how close they were. Amazing. All right, well, I think we'll take some measurements and get busy on where we're going to cut this pig at, so we can center this thing up.